All right, I would like to welcome you to today's webinar. Today we're going to be examining a day in the life of transportation moving companies like your business. In it, we are going to be discussing some typical business processes and procedures that transportation and moving companies perform on a daily basis. Some common challenges transportation and moving companies face during day-to-day workflows, how new technologies can address some of those challenges for transportation moving companies, and new ways to increase accountability, reduce overhead costs, take on more service requests, and even increase revenue. So I'm very excited for the opportunity to share some innovative new ways to improve your processes, get information faster from the field, and increase customer satisfaction. But before we get started, we do have a couple of little housekeeping items that we'd like to go through. First of all, this is a recorded event, so this is going to be something that is up on our YouTube channel as well as on our website when we are finished in the next, it'll probably be up later on this afternoon, if not the following day. So please feel free to view it there at your leisure. We are also going to be taking some questions at the end of this session. So if you'd like to submit any questions while we're going through the presentation here, please do so, and then we'll talk about it at the end of the presentation. And there's also a chat feature that is running on at the same time in Zoom. So if you'd like to chat with us at any time during the presentation, that will be monitored, and we'll try to address those at the same time that they come through. So now I would like to introduce you to our featured presenter. It is Brian Leonard. He is our Director of National Accounts in Enterprise Sales, and he's worked for Axoff for 21 years. I've worked with Brian for quite a while, and it's my pleasure to work with him. He's really an awesome guy. He has one fault, that happens to be that he is a Florida State University fan, and I'm a Gator, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. Now, talk to us a little bit about some Florida State stuff, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. It's great to be on today. Yeah, 21 years at Axoff, starting in tech support. What a journey it's been. We could do a whole slide presentation on that alone, or our beloved Star Wars that we share in common together.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you know, moving down from Northern Virginia, just outside of the Washington, D.C. Beltway back in 1988, college football up in the Northeast just wasn't much talked about or watched on TV. And then when I came down here, my gosh, the Florida State and University of Florida, and then, Miami had just started their run a few years earlier. But man, I remember that day like it was yesterday very well. Saturday, November 4th, 1989, Florida State versus South Carolina Gamecocks. We won easily 35-10, but it was more than that. It was my first college football experience. The atmosphere was amazing. The tailgating, the traditions, that tomahawk chop, man. Chief Osceola and Renegade on that horse. It's best tradition in college football, in my opinion. Everything about it, from the hills in Tallahassee to that fall cool weather up there, just really resonated with me. And I was hooked ever since. And I just remember that day like it was yesterday. So always been a big fan of Florida State. Was lucky enough to go there to school as well. And I know you and I have our banter when it comes to college football, but we do see eye to eye when it comes to our professional teams here in the Bay Area. So that's always good.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's awesome to hear that story, because I definitely have the same sentiment of my first game that I ever went to up in the swamp. So
awesome.
That's it's something that you never forget, and it's really kind of pretty cool
right.
Experience. So that's really cool. Awesome. Well, let's get right into it and jump into today's topic, man. I'll hand the reins right over to you.
All right, let's do it. Today, I'd like to talk about Teamworks and how we help the transportation and moving industry become more successful. I've worked with a few customers in this industry actually for the last 10 years each. That would be PODS and also Alabama Department of Transportation. So I hope to provide some samples during this discussion here to reference. So let's begin. So when it comes to running an effective transportation company, adaptability plays an essential part of an organization's toolbox. How prepared can you handle the unexpected? Do you have the requisite tools to update your workforce's schedules and priorities on the fly? Transportation companies thrive when they're prepared for any kind of customer requests. However, without the right tools in place, it can be difficult to gather important information. Teamworks provides just that by tracking transit progress or the current whereabouts in the field for your workers, your fleet vehicles, using a smartphone or tablet to complete paperwork or recording pickups and deliveries, ensuring regulatory compliance. An example of that would be like a hazmat documentation requirement. Customer service has information at their fingertips, and they're constantly updated throughout the day on driver whereabouts and orders. Scheduling of pickups, deliveries, communicating with the drivers from the back office using individual or batch communication methods. And fleet monitoring of vehicles and driver behavior is a big one. So let's look at some challenges and solutions here with Teamworks. Our first challenge, facing employees in the transportation moving industry before starting a new project. For example, driving to the office to clock in, or maybe to receive their route sheet for the day. Other pertinent information, usually in the form of paper. How much of the drive time, for example, to the office is spent in, let's say, traffic, idling, wasting valuable time to and from the office to the driver's home, or filling out paperwork at the office, causing delays and project timelines. How do we manage these solutions? Using Teamworks, a driver can perform routine timekeeping duties from their smartphone or tablet with the touch of a button. No need to waste fuel, driving to the office, sitting in traffic, not to mention the frustration this causes the worker. We all sit in traffic at times, driving to and from work, but imagine your workers having to do this every day, 45 minutes to an hour to and from work every day. Imagine if they didn't have to do that and they could immediately start their day directly from their home without having to waste time going to the office. Scheduled routes and orders dynamically in Teamworks to display on the smartphone. Again, no need to drive to the office, to pick up a paper route sheet or punch into a clock on the wall. Use Teamworks to digitize compliance forms and work orders for a more streamlined completion process. However, look, if you're comfortable with your existing back-end system, that's perfect. And Teamworks welcomes integration. Utilize the integration APIs available for Teamworks to push those jobs from your existing system directly to the smartphone. One of the customers that I manage and mentioned earlier, Pods, takes advantage of existing integration technologies by feeding orders from their existing homegrown order system directly to our mobile application in the field. What does this mean to the business? It means less time driving, less fuel costs, and more opportunities for successful projects. During these projects, transportation or moving employees typically run into challenges such as communicating with the back office. How many times do you have a situation where a driver is attempting to call and the lines are busy, or the back office representative doesn't have the information they need? Product inefficiencies. How much time is wasted waiting on new jobs, job updates, or perhaps your day isn't optimized efficiently, leaving 45 minutes of your day left at the end of your shift that could be allocated to another job. Handling of paper documents during pickups and deliveries, increasing the risk of inefficiencies and slower timelines. How do we solve for that? Teamworks plays a role in managing these challenges. Teamworks provides workers with the tools to perform the following tasks digitally. Ask questions about next steps on open projects. The back office representatives now have up-to-date information and new and existing projects, information at their fingertips. Dynamic order updates using the mobile app by statusing jobs throughout the day. By using the mobile application, drivers can provide real-time updates to existing jobs, which then updates the back office immediately. So you're getting real-time information from out in the field with drivers constantly statusing their jobs out there in the field. Completion of forms or compliance without the need for paper or ideal weather conditions. How many companies that use paper operate in ideal weather conditions all the time? Back office personnel has access to up-to-date information and can respond to an employee's request through messaging or the dispatch screen if necessary. Communication with the back office is key to any industry, and Teamworks allows you to do just that. Let's review some post-project difficulties for transportation or moving companies. Challenges reporting on fleet wear and tear. Illegible handwriting or lost, damaged documents that slow down back office processes. I can't speak on behalf of all companies, but Scott, we operate out of Florida, and I can tell you it rains every afternoon in those summer months here. Imagine paperwork getting wet and illegible.
100%.
Lack of communication on upcoming projects is another one we hear a lot of. How to manage those post-project challenges with Teamworks. Implement a solution like Teamworks to track vehicle usage and reporting. Teamworks offers several reports and dashboards for registering trips, audits, run times, hard braking, hard acceleration, things like idling. Digitize documents in Teamworks to reduce errors in the field and inaccuracies, which result in a more efficient back office solution. Use Teamworks to dispatch new tasks on the fly more dynamically. Jobs can be sent out via predetermined schedule and or using our integrated technologies to feed projects from an existing back-end order system, similar to what Pods did earlier in my example. Let's look at some back office challenges now. A lot of our focus recently has been the mobile solution for the workers and employees in the field. Let's take a look at the back office challenges and what they go through. Collecting data from those paper forms or carbonless copies and trying to decipher inconsistent handwriting from multiple employees, typing errors, grammar mistakes, legibility, or things like forms go lost or missing, all costing the back office time, resources, and inefficiency. Digitized forms enables you to receive information from different kinds of relevant paperwork, like work orders, things like compliance forms, invoices, and safety checks in near real time. The back office can use this information to identify which of the jobs are on hold or verify that your regulatory documents are always being completed efficiently. Communicating with the drivers in the field. Again, use Teamworks to simplify communications where the whole team is included with the click of a button. And not knowing where your moving containers are, where they were left. Acquiring a tracking solution like Teamworks allows your employees in the back office to know exactly where a container was last located. How about the managers and those administrators in the back office? What challenges do they face? Improving driver accountability is a big one. Implement tracking measures to ensure drivers are where they need to be. Teamworks provides a suite of reports for driver auditing, behavior, and activity. However, managers and admins are busy. They don't have a lot of time to go in and spend in these applications and these products. So these reports, they can be executed manually if they prefer, or better yet, they can simply go in and schedule these reports to arrive in their inbox on a daily, weekly, or even a monthly basis. Receiving data from the field quicker. Think about the time it takes a driver to finish their day. Drive back to the office on a daily or weekly basis, turn in their paperwork for someone to turn around and manually type it into their back-end system. This is assuming the paperwork is legible and not lost, of course. Teamworks provides you with the electronic versions of important transportation or moving forms for more efficient data collection, time management savings, and customer service, all while lowering paper and fuel costs. Not to mention the information is transmitted to the back office as soon as the driver completes it. There's no waiting, there's no stacks of papers coming back at the end of the day or the end of the week. Everything is transmitted as it happens from the field. Okay, so Teamworks, powered by Axsoft. This is our all-in-one platform to digitize your mobile workforce, manage your mobile employees by receiving unparalleled insight into the ways they operate, become more efficient, improve employee safety, and increase profits with our dispatching, wireless forms, timekeeping, GPS tracking, messaging, mobile payments. We got integration to and from existing backend systems, things like QuickBooks, Kronos, and various other CRM solutions. Now let's look at some use cases. So in this delivery shipments use case, this transportation company could use Teamworks to get a better understanding of the daily activity and whereabouts of drivers. Teamworks provides arrival and departure times along with the pickup and drop off of deliveries throughout the day. Teamworks would allow this customer to assign jobs in advance, but build flexibility into their scheduling. By scheduling their drivers' assignments in advance, made it easier to set everyone's current priorities and ensure alignment and execution by not spreading their workforce too thin. It's important to ensure your staff can access their assignments either ahead of time or by checking their outstanding or upcoming work orders in real time. Also, there's a big misconception with a GPS tracking solution like Teamworks is the big brother misconception. But companies eventually see as a way to validate drivers' work and provide a level of safety by reducing excessive speeding, hard braking, hard acceleration, and idling. Now, one of the customers I mentioned earlier, Alabama Department of Transportation, utilizes such features in a way where we tap into their sprayer trucks. So they have trucks that go up and down the highways in Alabama, and they're fertilizer trucks. And they use our product to be identified when, or make note of when the sprayer arm is turned on and when the sprayer arm is turned off. And they can use the GPS on the map to verify that the driver did not spray in any protected areas where they shouldn't. So again, just another way to validate drivers' work and show kind of what they did throughout their day and that sort of thing. All right, another use case here is a moving project. In this sample here, a moving company could use Teamworks to dispatch work orders more efficiently, deliver a more optimized experience to their customers. With digital dispatching, the company could also increase their total capacity to take on more jobs. Using Teamworks, job scheduling could increase their capacity to handle new customer requests on demand by allowing them to dispatch out new assignments to available drivers who are already in the field. Teamworks simplifies the process of assigning work orders to help your business remain more flexible, better suited to serve new customers, and ultimately more profitable. Finally, they could use Teamworks to make strategic business decisions based on reliable and recent data. For example, studying reports within Teamworks on work orders would help them better identify the typical resources needed for each new assignment, determine when, where employees may need more support, and see their drivers' locations to understand who could be redirected when needed. Collecting and analyzing GPS data, form data, and timekeeping data helps you understand how your workers work, how your workforce works, so you can make smarter decisions. So Scott, essentially, use these strategies and Teamworks will put your transportation business in the best possible solution to be more adaptable, responsive to customer needs and employee concerns. With a more versatile and flexible operation, you can increase business, better protect your vehicles and assets, streamline your workflows for your drivers. Like we mentioned, driver validation, safety, cut costs with paper, fuel, and idling. All these play a part when utilizing our product like Teamworks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really about, having that information accountability through data and collecting that information and having everything at your fingertips. And then, really reducing any inefficiencies and yeah, you provided some fantastic examples of that. So thank you so much, Brian. I really, really appreciate all the information that you went through and some real eye-opening stuff as well. That's really great. So there is something that we wanted to talk with you about. If you switch over to the next slide here.
Sure.
And so what we wanted to tell everybody about was a promotion that we have going on from Axsoft with our Teamworks application. And, if your business is looking for a solution that is an ROI generating software that can maybe take your business to the next level, then this is a great time to do so with the free trial from Teamworks. Basically, your business can single-handedly boost its savings while streamlining operations and providing overall better service for your customers with features like the digital alternative paper-based processes like Brian was talking about, the power to assign and schedule new service requests electronically so you can enhance customer experience. GPS tracking for employees, vehicles, and assets, just making a smarter workforce and making better decisions and gaining deeper insight into the field. And then also ways to communicate more efficiently with, digitizing timesheets to wireless forms to mobile communication with your entire team at once. So it's all really great stuff, and we want to make sure that your organization is operating as efficiently as it truly can, and this is a great way to do so. So we've got this 14-day trial running right now for Teamworks, and one of the great things that we have with this is it's completely no limitations whatsoever. It is the entire Teamworks software. Full kit and caboodle. We set you up and get you running and give you a nice 14 days to try it out and see how it impacts your business and how it can affect you, or excuse me, how it can affect your working relationships and increase that inefficiency that we were talking about before. Or well, excuse me, decrease inefficiency, increase your efficiency. That's a weird way to say it. So yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, if you'd like to try this out, you can contact us at axsoft.com or go to the link here at axsoft.com. Try Teamworks for free and sign up and check it out for 14 days. No obligation or anything like that. So. All right, thank you so much. And I think we're to the part of our questions. And so we do have one question that we have for you, Brian. So I'll pose that to you and see if you got something on this. So let's see. So somebody asked, how does digital proof of service deliveries protect my company?
Good question. Well, digital proof of service involves using the mobile device to document the steps of a project, whether that's through photos, signature capture, or GPS location stamps. Offer more detailed and verifiable solution for ensuring your clients are taken care of. Whenever they start one of these digital forms, we always get a GPS location when they start it, when they end it. We also get a date and time when they start it and when they submit it. All right, so we're collecting that information as they're using the form, as they're submitting the data. But proof of service, it's essential for companies in transportation and moving. In addition to helping and protecting the company's reputation and bottom line, proof of service helps to ensure your customers are receiving the most attentive and detailed care as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely see how something like that can really help a business, not only on the customer experience end, but also on any verifications that may pop up later on, and how easy that is to not only verify where and when something happened, but pictures, signatures, etc. So you have proof of the work that was done. So right. Yeah, that's fantastic. Excellent. All right. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it on the question front. So I think we are actually all done with today's presentation. So I wanted to just take a second to thank Brian and to thank everyone else who joined us today. I really appreciate all the insights and experiences that you shared with us, Brian. It's really awesome. And we really hope that today's webinar presentation has provided some food for thought on how technology can streamline your workflows and boost productivity and profitability. And we really look forward to hearing from you guys and providing a demo or maybe signing you up for the trial. And want to thank everybody for your time and interest today. So thank you so much. Until next time.